Hello everyone, Cap here and welcome back to some more Mechabellum. I went up against someone with heavy Arclights. I feel like they wanted to transition into full-on carry Arclights, but I kind of shut it down early, so it didn't really happen. Still, let me show you how I handled the heavy Arclight action. Starting out as speed specialist with balls and Arclights. My opponent is giant specialist with Arclights and Phoenix. I don't have chaff yet, so I would have wanted to pick some chaff, but at the same time I also want to be able to deal with the phoenixes. Tanks were a consideration here for me, but at the same time my opponent already has Arclights, so I strongly doubt that my tanks would have been alive for long enough to actually deal with the phoenixes. So I thought maybe 2 marksmen are the better choice here to potentially win round 1. And here we go. My opponent went for crawlers behind the towers, kind of as expected. Some chaff to distract. Left side is looking decent. Sniper took out both phoenixes. Lost on the right side though. Not fully sure how that happened, to be honest. I feel like both of our boards were symmetrical. So, not sure why I won on the left and lost on the right, to be honest. Not really anything useful here right now. And now finally also picking up some chaff, some crawlers behind the towers myself. Still have quite a few credits left. But I'm ending turn because I want to see what my opponent is doing. Don't really want to spend additional credits to build another unit that I might not actually need. My opponent went for double Mustangs. I'm kind of fine with that. My steel balls are tanking decently and my Arclights behind can kind of take care of the Mustangs. So even though I saved 250 credits, this round is still pretty close and I won the left side actually again. That being said, my opponent going for Mustangs. There are Mustangs everywhere at the moment. I feel like Mustang is the new meta unit, like the single meta unit. You see Mustangs everywhere and mass Mustangs, by the way. So yeah, not sure. Standard marksman range, yeah, I'm picking it up. Could be pretty good here. Going more into marksman. For one, there are already good targets here with the phoenixes and arclights, but also my opponent is giant specialist and I might go heavier into leveled marksmen, and I am already actually, so I'm picking up 2 level 2 marksmen right away. So even if my opponent decides to go for giants, I already have some decent damage. Not really going to be enough just yet, but yeah, leveling marksman always a good idea, and then eventually picking up elite marksman tech upgrade, then they are definitely good against giants. Here we go. My opponent went for more phoenixes. 4 packs of phoenixes already. With the additional range on the right, actually my marksman shot down 2 phoenixes right away, and on the left as well. So all the phoenixes he built this turn went down right away. And again, left side looking good, right side I'm losing. Tower debuff too strong. Oh, actually, nope. Level 2 Phoenix can one-shot the tower, so I can't kill it in time. That would have actually made all the difference this turn. Would have won this. And actually my level 2 Arclight, oh, almost took care of everything that was left. Very close. I gave range to my Arclights, by the way. Arclights with range, really, really strong. Really good trash clear. Good against both the crawlers and the Mustangs as well. Picked up top supply here. So we are both really healthy and it's round 4. And yeah, this is probably going to take a while for one of us to die. So top supply is a good choice here. By the way, someone mentioned that you should always take the top supply and supply specialist cards when you see them, but I disagree. You really need to consider the state of the game, how many more rounds you expect the match to last. If it's just going to be 1 or 2 more turns, it's not worth. Also, if you are getting pushed aggressively and you need to kind of defend, if you then just waste 200 credits in a turn for a card, you get run over and you just lose based off of that. Yeah, anyways, it's not always right to pick the supply cards. Put down 2 sentries left and right, hoping I can take down the Mustangs. Not really happening, but still decent. I added fangs this turn, just additional chaff in the front. Buy me some more time, especially my marksman, to take care of the phoenixes, and it worked on the right. So now I'm also winning on the right. And here's the heavy Arclight card. Increases HP by 180% and decreases the range by 15. Arclights surprisingly tanky with that card. I always, when I see this, I'm surprised, especially when Arclights get leveled and then all of a sudden they have the health of a fortress. I think like a level 3 or something Arclight, maybe level 4, but with that card all of a sudden reaches the health of a level 1 fortress, so they are really, really tanky. And yeah, I am going for fortresses here. Just some additional tankiness, and I'm also kind of preparing for my opponent to go giants, since they are giant specialist. And fortress is pretty good against most of the giants. And here we go. My opponent went for range on the Arclights, and they picked the heavy Arclight card, by the way. So Arclights getting kind of tanky now. On the right, already took a missile and taking level 2 sniper shots, and you can see it's not dying. So tanky. Took 5 sniper shots, level 2 sniper shots, and the sentry to die. So also the fortress here really good against the Arclights, because I need that damage. However, fortress going down. Won the right side though. Left side not as great. Breakpoints on the Arclights also really awkward. They all survive with very little health and then take another sniper shot. But my 2 level 2 snipers coming through. Intensive training, really good here. Just in general, intensive training with giants is just basically always good. Leveled giants are so strong. And I'm getting the shield upgrade on the fortresses here. Also benefits from the level up. So the left shield there, or the left barrier on the fortress, has a lot of health now. My opponent has 6 Arclights right now, and some are leveled and they have range. And I'm going for another fortress. Both the barriers as well as just the fortress damage are really good. And I placed some fangs in front of the level 2 fortress on the left, just in case my opponent was going for a melting point and I didn't want the fortress to be exposed there. Would be very sad if the level 2 fortress would just go down because it wasn't protected. Opponent added some Stormcallers, trying to take care of my fortresses better, maybe also anticipating me getting the barrier on the fortresses, and Stormcaller is really good against barriers. However, my fortress is pretty tanky. Actually walking in, especially with the support of the Arclights, which take out the trash, and the snipers, which can take out phoenixes and everything else. Orbital Javelin, pretty good here, also for my opponent. Improved firepower control system, also really good, especially on like leveled Mustangs or something. So maybe my opponent can go for that. But yeah, I'm picking up the Orbital Javelin, taking out one of the leveled Arclights, maybe even level 3 Arclight next turn, and a pack of the Stormcallers. Considering Elite Marksman, but I don't really need it right now. So I'm picking up range instead, so they stay further behind and have an advantage, even if it goes late and only my opponent's phoenixes and my snipers are alive, then my snipers win that fight. Adding some crawlers in the front and an Arclight right behind, trying to take care of the distraction crawlers in the front there by my opponent. And doing some mobile beacon stuff myself to potentially also tank some Stormcaller shots. And I'm adding anti-missile devices right and left. Take care of the Stormcallers even better. And my opponent now went for the melting points. And actually on the left, the melting point, very unfortunate positioning. My opponent spawned the melting point inside where my Orbital Javelin would land. So left side, very unfortunate. On the right side, the melting point locked onto my fortress and took it out. And now the right side is actually looking very weak on my side, actually losing right side. And on the left also kind of close or losing right now. Not really sure where all that damage all of a sudden came from. I guess some leveled phoenixes? But yeah. Even on the left side, where I took out the melting point, my fortress went down way quicker this time. If my opponent doesn't shield, this missile actually has a lot of value. Doing some more mobile beacon and can level another unit. I'm checking the XP on the units here, where I might get the biggest value out of leveling. And I'm adding more fortresses and I gave them punch. So as long as my opponent doesn't EMP all my fortresses can punch a lot. So punch is really good here against both the Arclights as well as the melting points. And I'm leveling one of the fresh fortresses with 0 XP. And now I have the fortresses right behind Fang packs, so they can't immediately get targeted by the meeting points. Picking up temporary range and speed. And putting down some sentries. And my opponent went for EMP on Stormcallers to try and disable my fortresses. However, already getting punches off. Didn't really do it quick enough. Also, I have missile intercept devices, so they don't all land anyways. And punch on the right, almost taking out that one meeting point. Sniper in the back, taking it out finally. And on the left, punch. And on the right, I got through to the tower as well. Fortresses really tanky. Stormcallers not doing as much with the missile devices behind, or missile intercept devices. And snipers taking out phoenixes and helping with meeting points and the heavy arclights as well. GG. I really enjoy punching fortresses. I play them quite a lot recently. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.